Alright, I'm back again for round 2. This is Iron Maiden, the Legacy of the Beast tour. Second show. They're playing 3 nights here in Mexico City. And I'm going to do another one of these tours. I'll do it a little bit differently because it's kind of boring to see the same thing again if you've already seen the first one. It's more or less the same thing. I'm going to show you t-shirts because I'm Dan and that's what I do. That's a little joke for my friend. I was talking to some friends last night. I went to another concert. 4 nights in a row I'm going to concerts. 3 Iron Maiden and 1 last night. And my friends play in this band and they were telling me last night that they kind of joke amongst themselves. Because I guess in a couple of my videos I've said that. I'm Dan and that's what I do. And so they kind of use it as their little catchphrase. So for Gibran and Max and Jorge from Electric Mountain, that one's for you. Yeah, and here I'll show what's going on here. This is the line going in for the general admission. You can see it's really long. Yes, and also just to mix it up a little bit, I'm on a different side of the arena than I was on Friday. And it's rare that I'm in this side. This is like the dark side of the moon for me. I don't come here too often. Mostly because the subway's on the other side, and I like 99% of the time I take the subway here. So this is not the side I'm normally on. Also, this side is much more crowded than the other side. Not more people, it's just the sidewalk is pretty narrow here. The other side is very spacious, but so this might be a little bit crowded. So forgive me in advance if I run into traffic. So I'll show. There are a few different things I've seen on this side. I don't know if they're different because they're on a different side, or if somebody has come up with new stuff since the first show on Friday. It's now Sunday. And I'll talk a little bit about the show. The show on Friday. That was my my 9th Iron Maiden show. Tonight is 10th, tomorrow 11th. And I don't know what to say about Iron Maiden. I'll maybe talk about that more tomorrow. But I guess for now, just say the sound was pretty good. It was kind of a little bit muddy at some points, but anytime the leads were playing, any of the solos, whether it was any of them, Adrian or Dave or Yannick, the solos sounded like they were standing right in front of me, just playing through an amplifier in the living room or something. It sounded incredible. It sounded really good, the solos, and the vocals were really, really clear. Yeah, very good sound, and very, very loud too. That's sometimes when you go to these arena shows or stadium shows, I think it's not very, very loud, but this not last night, keep saying last night, Friday night was very loud for an arena show, which I always like. And I'll say also thank you to everybody. I know a lot of people watched the video. I just put it up I guess on Saturday morning, and a lot of people have seen it, a lot of comments. Thanks for watching and for the comments. I read all the comments. I try to reply to them if I have something to say or when I have time, but I do read all of them. I generally try to stay away from YouTube comments and Instagram comments and Facebook comments because it's mostly just people being dicks. But anyway, thanks for the comments. If you have any questions, ask away and I'll try to answer. And where are these? I didn't see these the other day. These are like frilly, I guess, shirts for women. All right. Oh, I didn't see these either. These shirts, or sorry, jackets. All right.
Ah, eso está muy padre.
And I was going to talk about something else too. There's a Facebook, an Iron Maiden Facebook page, and again, this is kind of why I try to avoid these stupid things, because they're stupid. And I guess apparently the administrators of this page are very, very against bootlegging in any form, and they I guess like don't like my video And about that, I've talked about it a little bit before, but about the bootlegging, what people need to understand, especially people that don't live in Mexico. I guess it's mostly, I don't know where these guys are from, but if you live in the United States or Europe or something, first of all, I don't know if these people think, if they're like old men that associate the term bootleg with like poor quality, if they associate it like with prohibition from the 1930s or something, and you know, buying like fake Rolexes or moonshine, or you know, something that's associated with really poor quality. But it seems very out of touch to complain about it. Now there are a couple of things. One, the shirts I don't understand why people just automatically assume that because something is official that it's better. It could be, but it's not necessarily. Official just means the band, I guess, approves it, or well, for sure that they get money from it, and nothing wrong with that. I'm also not going to be one of these people that says, well, they're rich enough, they don't need more money. I'm not saying that at all. They should get as much money as they want. But again, going back to what I said about for Europeans or Americans or Canadians or first worlders who complained that the band is being ripped off, you have to understand these are printed locally. All this merchandise is printed here in a country that has a lot of poor people. A lot of people here don't have money, or they make very, very little money. The minimum salary in Mexico is something equal to about $5 US. Yeah, we're running into traffic here. It's about $5 US a day, not an hour, but per day. All right, I'm going to move on here. It's getting crowded. Go on. So these people, they print all this stuff, and it's a big source of income for them. And again, that's not meant to say that they're taking money from the band, and they're providing a great service. There's many more people buying bootleg stuff than official stuff. Not because they want to cheat the band, but because when you sell a shirt for 450 pesos, that's really, really expensive. It's 300% more than these here. And I really don't think that Steve Harris and Bruce Dickinson or Rod Smallwood are sitting around seething about people selling bootleg merchandise. Actually, in the Metallica, their DVD from Mexico City, they talk about the bootleg. Why did I say they talk about the bootleg stuff here that Mexico's famous for it, and in the Pearl Jam DVD too, they talk about it. So I think bands embrace it. You're not talking about little bands that are struggling to get by. I would think most bands are smart enough to welcome it and to embrace it. And if you're upset about that, then you're probably just a grumpy old man. And I'm probably older than you, and I'm not grumpy about it. I don't know why people get so uptight about the word bootleg. And just one last thing. Yeah, the shirts that are official, they're printed. At least I bought the official Mexico shirt for when Iron Maiden played here in 2009. And they usually have the tags cut off, but those had the tags. They are literally the exact same shirts as the bootleggers. It's a brand of shirt here. It's called Yazbek. It's been around for as long as I've been coming to concerts here, like 15 years. And the official Iron Maiden shirt, that was, again, 3 times as much, was literally the exact same shirt, Yazbek. So, again, these people have the idea that they associate the word bootleg with poor quality. Not so. It's not like buying a bootleg iPhone that some guy made in his basement, or a watch that's gonna stop telling time after a week. It's just a t-shirt. And I will strongly support the Mexican bootleg scene. And I do support it. And maybe the whole thing is, if you're wearing any shirt of any band, if you're wearing a shirt that says Iron Maiden or Metallica or Mighty Mighty Boss Tones or anybody, you're advertising for that band, and that should be pretty good. Anyway, that's enough about that. And I'm not trying to convince anybody, because I know, especially on the internet, nobody ever says, "Oh yeah, that guy was right." It's always, yeah, that guy's a dick, and then they just call you names. Anyway, that's the end of my bootleg stuff. I guess the line is moving now. I'll go across here. This is the entrance to the parking lot. 200 pesos, horrible price for parking. Incredible. I'm better off taking the metro. Alright, back here where it's, as you can see, as I say, it's a little crowded here. And the weather, I see a lot of people wearing, like this guy right here, look at it, as if they're in Canada in the winter. I've seen people actually with scarves around their faces, blocking their covering their faces. They're so cold, I guess. I checked the weather, it's 19 degrees, which is, that's normal, I guess, for this time of year. It's not unheard of. Anyway, I love weather. Almost as much as Iron Maiden. And I'm wearing, shorts and a t-shirt. What else can I talk about? I used to work with a woman, an old lady. This was like 30 years ago, literally. This is, I think, 1989. I worked with an old woman, and she used to say that if people said they were cold, she said they had shit for blood. So I guess that's what I can say about Mexicans. They have shit for blood. But just to be clear, I'm not saying they're shit. Just so, again, so nobody gets upset. But just, Mexicans are a little bit sensitive to slight temperature drops. Yeah. I didn't. And some of the this is a new one. I see this on Friday. I'm not sure. I guess that is high. If I can. It's like an Aces. He's going to show something. Oh yeah. Different. Here's show me. A little bit of a take on Aces. That looks official. Shirted. It was in a fee. Looks different at some point. It does on the but the edits a little bit. She always does for the official get made. Like the you'll know what I'm tour shoe if you and Maiden. Well, if you like if you see their official shirts. Eddie does look in there different. A little bit. What else can I? What else can I? All right. I say show. Oh, very early tonight. I'm not sure why. On start Friday. I'm sure Maiden went on 9:05. Iron Maiden tomorrow. There's supposed to be the same. Tonight they're and at 7. They posted time. They're going on their social 20 accounts yesterday. On there, a special note, everybody to media. Be sure to get here to make a rate to tell. Please be early. Age starts at 7 o'clock. Iron Maiden it's at 7. I'm 6 or why. Let's start anyway. 20. So not start tonight, but some stickers early. Sticker. And I'm not sure where I can go to touch this. I think I've said this is a lot longer than I thought it would be. This is nothing when I haven't seen this. And that one's different too. Nah, yeah, so a little bit. And there's the Aztec one. That was I showed that on Friday. This is a little bit of a different take on it. But I don't know what's wrong with this camera. It doesn't focus when I zoom in anymore. Anyway. Alright, I think I've run out of things to say. But I'll do another one of these videos tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll talk more about the shows after I've seen all 3. I think and give my I think I have a pretty good idea after this already many times with Iron Maiden, seeing them and this many years or this many decades of seeing them. I know what to expect and I know what to think. All right, here I can wrap it up here. From night 2 of Iron Maiden, this is it. I'm gonna. What time is it? At 5:15. Raven Age is starting in about 45 minutes. So I guess I'll walk around a bit outside, go inside, watch the Raven Age again. I don't really care, but I don't like to miss bands. I guess I'm not cool enough to miss them, but if a band is playing, I'll watch them. And then I'll stay on Main. I'm going to be back at my hotel at, I don't know, I guess 10 o'clock. Anyway, this guy. Alright. From Iron Maiden. See ya.